Okay, so this is an exercise for your supinator. Supinator is a muscle that controls the rotation of your forearm open, so like you're holding a bowl of soup. Easy way to remember that. And then so to isolate that muscle, we have to have the forearm, the elbow, totally straight. We're gonna put an object in your hand that is like a hammer or frying pan if you're at home. If you have one of these Indian clubs, great. What you'll do is you're gonna start with your elbow totally straight, and you're going to be rotating the wrist and forearm open. The goal is to get kind of calibrated with the amount of resistance that you can rotate the wrist fully flat without compensation in the upper body. So in this case, like if I'm too far down, you see I can't supinate or get that forearm to roll over so the wrist is totally flat. So I'm going to choke up on my resistance or my weight until I can get the wrist totally flat, and then once I've achieved that, I'll hold for 1 or 2 and then come back. So we're just going to rep that out, being really conscious of that elbow staying straight and getting that wrist to go through its full available range of motion. And then you can do this 10 to 15 reps if you want like a rep count. Otherwise you can go until you feel like, oh, I'm starting to lose that ability to move through the full range. That's another indication to stop. Supinator lives up in here, so you're going to probably feel stretch in the front of the forearm, but you'll feel fatigue back there. To hit pronator quadratus, which is a muscle that turns the wrist flat this way, but it's lower in the wrist, what you need to do is hold the weight in a similar fashion, but you've got to get your elbow behind your body. So now we're going from fully straight for that supinator to fully bent, and then you will rotate the wrist down. And you see in this case, I could not get the forearm flat there, so I need to choke up on my resistance or my weight until I can get that forearm flat. And you're trying to find, okay, like where is it difficult? Where am I working to get into that range, but I can still get there? And you're going to use basically the same parameters, 10 to 15 reps, and or a point where you feel like, okay, I can now only turn through partial range. 2 sets are the goal. 3 can be slightly better than 2 once a day before training sessions would be ideal.